Hello. Hi, everyone. For those of you guys who are not watching this live, please check the description box below so that you can see when I get started. I'm going to allow some more folks to come into the room. Hi, Daphne. Hi, Deidria. Hi, Janae. Janae? Hi, Janae. Hello. Nice to meet you. I've never seen you before. Hello, 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 as RuPaul would say. All right, I'm going to get a couple people some time to come into the room before we talk about Life After Lockup, Season 4, Episode 45, Blinded and Divided. I honestly did not even realize that I didn't even do last week's recap. So there's that. Oh, wait, can you hear me? All right, let me come back and check my stuff. You know what's so crazy is that it's telling me that no one is in the room right now. But I know that cannot be true. I just know it can't be true. So if you guys are watching me not do anything, it's because it's telling me no one's here. Okay, there you guys are. So what's funny is that when I look at it on my phone shows that there are 7 people, but the StreamYard, the service that I use to stream, it's saying 0 people. Hi Connie. Hi Better Days. Hi Mickey. Hi JW. Hi Deanie Weenie Weenie Deanie Weenie. Soothing Zen sounds. Hey hey hey. Hey hey hey. Okay, 17 people in the room, says my phone. Gonna let a couple more people come in. Did you guys watch my Love is Blind uh thing recap, I guess? Watch it. Cuz the show is good. The show is really good. So, I won't be able to do episode by episode, even though that's more financially advantageous for me. I can't do episode by episode because I just don't have the time. I would be going live every single night. I got to get my life together. I'm getting a little journal. I'm going to get my life together, get organized. Hi, Janae. Shannon Van. Hey, girl. Hey. You guys check out Shan. She does quality content. She's in Vancouver. She doesn't live out of a van. Yeah. Follow her on Instagram. I believe she's Shannon Van on Instagram as well. Thank you. Thank you for your support. It is season 4 of Love is Blind, and it's available on Netflix. Welcome, Janae. Welcome. Hi, Connie. Okay. When you watch all 5 episodes, it's a lot to do. Connie's from Vancouver as well. Did you guys... Okay, I'm a menace. Have you guys seen my latest post on Instagram? The very last one. I want everyone to, if you're on your phone, exit out of this, go to Instagram, look at the last story I just posted, because I have a story of something that just happened right now on my phone, and I'm going to show it to you. Oh my God. Do it. Let me know when you're back, when you've seen the last one. Let me check to see who's going. Oh my God. I'm an awful person. Okay, Connie. Connie saw it. Okay. So that person just responded to it and said, "What is that?" And I want to respond, "Oh, I thought we were talking in acronyms." Sorry, it means I'm well. Thank you for asking. The panda is so cute. Okay, wait, hold on. This is real life mischief, okay? This is live action Wahima mischief. I'm so rude. I am so rude. Okay, wait. Here we go. Why does it want me to start a chat with Tiffany? I don't want to. Okay, I'll take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. Oh, I thought we were talking in acronyms is what I'm going to put. Oh, comma. I thought we were talking in acronyms. Period. It means I am well. Thank you for asking. Now, if he blocks me, which he should disconnect from me. Because I'm an asshole. How are you on this Sunday? Question mark. Great. Now I'm going to update the rest of the world. Anyways. Oh God, I'm such a menace. I am such an actual menace. Okay, anyways, let's jump into it. Zen, Soothing Zins, am I not moving fast enough for you? Are you trying to give me a clue? We'll get started at 10 minutes. Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. All right. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of Life After Lockup, Season 4, Episode 45. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Wah. I do recaps of relationship reality TV shows such as Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love Before Lockup, During Lockup, 90 Days Before the Fiancé, Fiancé 90 Days, Happily Ever After, Seeking Sister Wife, Seeking Brother Husband, Married at First Sight, Love is Blind, all the things, okay? So if you are at all interested in that content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. All right, let's jump right into this episode. Oh, and lastly, if you are getting the hee ha-has and you want to drop your girl a tip, you can do so on the methods that are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. If you're an international girly and you don't have those options, you can just go right under where the thumbs up is, like a couple of things over. It says a thank you, and that's the way you could do it that way. All righty. All right. Let's jump right into. I didn't talk about last week, girl. I 100% forgot about last week's episode, and maybe because it was boring. I think the last episode I talked about with you guys was the fight, because that really made me happy. So let's jump right in to our first couple, and let's talk about Chance and Taylor, just because they are so annoying to me. At this point, I'm just having a hard time watching Taylor give up days of her life to Chance. I mean, I guess she thought he was hot and he talks a big game, but this person basically wakes up the next day after she goes to burn his clothes because he's been deleting text messages from his phone, and she says that every relationship she's been in, she's been cheated on, and so she doesn't want to be cheated on by this man who is living in her house and who she's pregnant by, who's been keeping secrets. She just found out last episode that he has an addiction. He gave up the drugs and now he's moved on to other things like spending money, and he told her because they went to a financial specialist to get some help with the dinero. And the financial specialist is like, well, you're making a pretty good living. You should be able to handle all of your debt. So why are you where's the money going? And Taylor's like, yeah, Chance, where's the money going? And he's like, well, don't be mad. I didn't want to tell you because, I knew you'd be mad at me. And you like to ruin my fun and always get mad at me for doing things that are stupid, when you should just support me through them. Like every single thing I tell you that I do that is stupid, Taylor, you should just look at me sadly and give me a hug and tell me everything is going to be okay. Even though I know I'm wrong and I'm ruining our family. So he's like, yeah, I get off work early and, I just go to the casino to try to make more money for us. And he's like, yeah, I'll have $700 and then I'll try to get up on it and I won't. And then I'll just not have $700 anymore. And she's like, we are struggling to get baby clothes and you are spending your money on buffaloes, buffalo. You are spending your money on the blackjack table. I just don't understand. I'm getting to the point where I don't want to watch Taylor make poor choices because she's doing the best that she can and she has brought this person into her life and he is just bringing her down. She could do battle by herself. Okay, Tyler Perry? So she gets to the house afterwards and she's going through his phone because she's like, if he's lying about the casino, he's lying about other stuff, and she wants to find out what's happening. So she goes through his phone, realizes that there's nothing there. So she goes through the email, realizes there's nothing there either. So she goes to the banks, not the phone statements or something. I don't know. She does something that I just never do in my life. So I'm like, I don't even know where I would find the bill for my phone. They just take the money out of my account. I don't know where I would go to find, I would have to call T-Mobile and be like, hey, do I have an account somewhere? Is there an online account? Are there statements? I don't know. She looks at she's at the tip of her fingers, and she just goes through it. I am such not an adult. I'm like, where's my I know I have Progressive. Progressive takes money out of my account. Where is that number? You know, my life insurance. Where is that data? It's just like it's in a note in my phone. It's like, am I supposed to have like physical cards of things? I don't know. Anyways, so she goes through that, realizes that he's been deleting text messages, and burns his clothes and some of his whey protein powder. And he gets upset and he's like, "You're sleeping in the garage." And she's like, "No, this is my house. I'm not." So the next morning he's like, "Hey Taylor, are you still upset? Because I feel like you're still holding some resentment for what happened last night. Are we cool, Taylor?" And she's like, "Yeah, if you stop deleting text messages." And he's like, "The reason why I didn't want to tell you is because you always get all in my face and start asking me questions, and you're a real drag, man. You like really bring me down. Like, I just wanted to come outside and like out of prison and live like this adult, like male, do what I want to do life. I'm not used to people telling me what to do. And like, I know we're in this like relationship where you don't want to marry me because you're worried about like anchoring yourself to a sinking ship. But like, I don't understand why I can't just do what I want to do." And she's like, she's tripping because she sees a female. You're just like so annoying. I'm just tired of you. You're like my mom. And she's like, "Yeah, whatever." So then they tell the girls that they're going to get induced because of the angel brother, who I guess died because of complications with the illness that she has, the blood clotting illness. And so we have that moment where she's trying to explain to the girls what's going on. And she asks them if they remember the name of the baby. And they're like, "Yeah, it's Mason." Like, "Yeah, we remember that. Yeah." And then he brings them like a push present. It's like a present for the kids. It's a push present for your stepchildren, which I thought was really sweet because their world is changing very rapidly. And, you know, with him making poor choices and Taylor making the entire poor choice of Chance being in her life, like these kids, they need a little sunshine. And so he's outside, he's getting emotional because he's like, "I'm so happy to do it again and be a dad." And I really hope that this man doesn't just put them in financial disasters with his desires to be an entrepreneur. So with his entrepreneuring, we have a little side scene where he's like, "Hey, yeah, let's make some money. Let's sell your bathwater." And Taylor's like, "What?" Now, here's the truth. Not every woman knows that there are people out there who would buy your bathwater. And if I could find the website in which one would want my bathwater, I would surely send it to them because I take at least 3 baths a day. How I would ship it to them, I don't know. But I'm also, like Chance, interested in making money. Now, he also suggests that she sells her breast milk, and I don't think he understands that the breast milk is for the baby. You know, I know we have alternative and we have other options these days, like, but the idea of like giving away your child's sustenance feels really crazy. It makes me feel like he would give away his child's toys, like if a buck could be made. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the energy it was giving me. It was giving me like I would sell anything to make a buck, which isn't exactly an entrepreneur, right? I mean, I guess it in some circles maybe it is. So they're getting a bag ready to go to the hospital. All the girls are around. And then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door like it's the police. I honestly haven't heard a knock at a door at a house in a very long time. Do they not have a doorbell? I mean, I live in an apartment, right? So I don't have a doorbell, so somebody would have to knock. But if someone did knock on my door, I would be like, because my door is that way, I'd be like, that feels aggressive. Knocking on a door? Oh, you should just walk up and push a button and like make a ding dong sound. So, anyways, he like runs to the door and he sees it's Bobby and he's upset. And here's the truth. It's like when Bobby is not there being the source of stress or being like the fuck up in the family, Chance seems like a really put together person because when he was frustrated with Bobby living with them in the prior seasons, I thought he had a point. I thought he had a point. I said, "Get this lady out of here. She's, you know, she needs some help that isn't around her nieces, right? She needs something because she's on drugs." And so then here comes Bobby looking like she has been through it. And y'all know that it kind of bothers me when people don't put on makeup and like make some effort. I know it's a reality show and they're supposed to come like with reality, but like do your hair, something. So Bobby's like, yeah, I'm moving back. And Chance is like, where are you staying? And he's like, she's like, somewhere nearby. And he's like, oh, cool. So what are you doing here? And she's like, I wanted to just come and be here for the birth of the baby. Cut to fast forward, 16 hours, and she fully leaves Taylor in the birthing room as she's in pain because Bobby can't handle it because it gives her PTSD. She's like, I know my sister was upset that I wasn't there, but she understands that I have a thing about hospitals. And then that's when I came to realize that Bobby truly is selfish. And poor Taylor, she's probably never had anybody ever truly have her back. I mean, listen, I don't know about drug abuse, and I'm not the best judge of it because I have like strong feelings that are not PC, but it just feels to me like if I had a twin and they got addicted to drugs, I would feel some kind of way about it, especially if I didn't. Now, I don't know what happened to Bobby in her life to lead her to self-soothe. So I'm not trying to drug that. But I'm not trying to like say that she's wrong for that because I don't know what the catalyst was. I don't know what happened in Bobby's life that has led her to this unfortunate space that she's in right now. But if I were Taylor, I would feel really shitty that the person I shared a womb with isn't there for me, regardless of the reason why. It would just hurt my feelings. And so she's so happy for her sister to be there, and her sister then just like cuts out on her. And then we have Chance over here who's like complaining about having to stay at the hospital all day. Like something is wrong with Chance. He's something wrong with him. Something is wrong with that person. Well, we don't know that. Bobby don't stay around long enough to let us know what's going on. So anyways, Taylor is stressed out. The epidural apparently is not working. And I'm like, girl, I've seen an epidural be done. And I don't know about these Missouri hospitals, but girl, if they didn't do that shit right for her, I feel so bad for her. That's terrible. So she, is having to like kind of suffer through this, and she doesn't want stupid ass Chance touching her, which I understand. So, yeah, there was some question about whether or not Bobby is on drugs still. And the truth is if she moved to Arizona to be with some man, she most likely is. People, when they get clean, they should not be in relationships. They have to really figure out what they need to do for themselves. So, I feel bad. The whole situation is rotted, as the kids say. Rotted. All right. So, next couple that we are going to talk about are Blaine and Lindsay. So in this, Blaine has gotten a thing on his ankle. He doesn't tell Lindsay. Lindsay is having a conversation with him in the kitchen where she talks about how his father is kind of pushing marriage. And she's just like, oh, I don't know, like if I want to be married, but she does, want to be married. And she's amiable to marrying Blaine, and so she goes to like jump on him and take his clothes off and ride him into the sunset. And while she is like demanding that he take off every article of clothing in front of all of the camera crew, she sees his ankle thingy thing and freaks out and is like yelling, and she's like, didn't I tell you to tell me the truth? Didn't I tell you to communicate with me? And listen, even though she's this dramatic and she's made for TV, I listen, I think she's right. Especially because he didn't allow her the opportunity to talk about it. Now, he's like, so you wanted me to go to jail? You wanted me to go to jail? And she's like, no, but I'm saying I could have let my PO know what's going on so that I'm not just telling them that this thing happened. I'm giving them a heads up. She brings up some valid points, even though I feel like it's on a whim, but she's a smart enough cookie to bring up some very valid points. So I enjoyed their argument. I thought it was good for TV. And it again, she's like the craziest person we've ever met, right? She's like, Blaine, you don't tell me anything. How can you expect to be married if you're not going to tell me what's going on? You don't even give me an opportunity to be in the conversation about our lives. And even though it's strong and dramatic, I understood her point. Okay, let's move on to the next couple, Brittany and Marcelino. We all know that I love them. I stan them. Brittany has come with this picture is so filtered. It's hilarious. This is the most filtered picture. But anyways, so I enjoy their drama. Marcelino is not the best actor, and when he goes deadpan, I mean, he really goes deadpan. So we have Brittany, and she's like, "Come on, baby." She's like in a van. She's like fully mom at this moment. I don't know if her like realtor degree like carried on over into Florida. I hope it did, but she's on her way to yoga, which is like great. The kids are doing yoga. They're little yogis. Something seems off with Giovanni. He seems a little annoyed or upset or like whatever. But they did just move from Vegas to Florida. So the kids are doing some yoga, and she goes off with her eyelash tech, who's become her one of her good Judies in Florida, and they do some really terrible aerobics. I mean, I didn't know what I was watching. I was like, that's it? That's all you have to do to work out? Well, listen, sign me up. So she goes and they have a conversation just about how Marcelino isn't making her feel loved or desired. And she wants to get that zhizh back into their lives, which, hey, I completely understand. So then we have the next scene where they're at their home and she's happy in her new environment. And oh no, we have him. He's at a bar. He's at like a Joe's Crab Shack or something. And he's sitting next to Betty White, this woman who's just turning 80 years old. And he's like, oh, I can only be so lucky. He came in because he's thirsty. So he tells the bartender, he's like, yeah, I mean, it came in because I'm thirsty. And she's like, oh yeah, you just moved here? He's like, yeah, I just moved here from Las Vegas. And the lady's like, oh, okay, cool. Why'd you come here? He's like, yeah, I don't know why I came here. Really missing Vegas about now. So then we've got the scene at the house. Let's go back. Got the scene. He gets home and he's doing some kind of domestic work. And Brittany's like, where are we going tonight? Where are we going? I'm so excited. And he's like, oh, it's not that much to do around here, Brittany. I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, but I need to know how I'm going to dress. And he's like, we're going to go someplace and I guess we're going to pay pool. And, my mom's coming over. So the mom comes and the mom lives 3 hours away. So it's closer to her than Vegas. And she's going to take care of the kids while they go have a date night. And she's like, well, Marcelino, I need to know where I'm going to wear when we go out. Now, Brittany's hair is like a beautiful color. Brittany always has good hair. This is what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying that Bobby needs to like look like Branwyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for anyone to look like Branwyn. I'm not asking anyone to go the extra mile and dress like. I'm trying to think who's on this stupid show who dresses up. I mean, I just need a little something, Brittany gives us a little something. Hair did, nails did, eyelashes done. That's it. She's not doing anything crazy. So then she gets ready and she leaves the grandmother with 2 poopy diapers. And it's hilarious. So they get to the area that they're getting at and they're playing pool and he's like leaning over her to like show her how to set up the shot. And I was like, ooh, sexy. Hey, sexy lady. And she starts to go on about how he doesn't make her feel good and how she wants him to love their life. And he's like, Brittany, I didn't want to live here. I really miss Vegas. I can't make any money here. And she's like, don't act like I forced you to come here. And he's like, well, my family came here, so I had to come here. And she's like, then go back to Vegas. And he's like, come on, Brittany, you can't go back to Vegas. I sold my house. I mean, I get what she's saying, right? But maybe it's time to let it go. It's been 5 years. That's true. And they just like were rabbits and had 2 kids right off the cuff. So now they have 3 kids. And I'm sure she doesn't want to be a single mom. We also found out that this is the longest she's been out of prison since she started going into prison. So we want all the best for her. She can't lose these 3 kids. And maybe Marcelino is her stabilizing factor. But they've got to come to some medium ground. He's like, I can't make money here. I guess because there's no like ways for him to play poker in Florida. Which, I mean, I can see could be castrating to a certain extent. But I can't believe that they've lost the love. She got really upset when he was like sending dick pics to other people. So, I mean, are they not like ethnically non-monogamous or whatever, poly? I don't know the words. They're not those things. He got really weirded out when they had a threesome. I'm now imagining that threesome, and I can't truly imagine it. Did he have sex with what's her face, Amanda? Or did like Brittany just have sex with both of them? I just honestly can't imagine it. Okay, so she ends up yelling at him in a parking lot. Which, if that ain't Brittany, I don't know what is. She always ends up yelling at people in a parking lot, it feels like, or punching them in a parking lot. Listen, JW can figure it out for Marcelino, so listen. Daphne, I saw this. I have never been more upset to see somebody go back to prison. Like, what did Lamar do? And I love the fact that Andrea's staying with him, because didn't it seem like they were going to break up the last time, like that they were going to end it? And he'd be like, come on, Andrea. And she's like, Lamar. This was the good old days. That was like, this is Love After Lockup, like good old days. Oh, you know what I want to do is I want to go back and revisit the early episodes of 90 Day Fiance and just kind of review those. But maybe I'll have to do it on Patreon. Not my Patreon, DocuSweetie's Patreon. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, like Lamar, I love him. I loved Lamar because he was always like, yeah, this Mormon shit ain't for me. But he was like, I love her. And that's his baby. So I was into it. Ugh. Really? That is interesting. Dress Your Age said that he got caught up in that Crip business again. Wow. Wow. No, he's too old. God, gangs are so 90s to me. I mean, I know people are still in them and they're still very active, but it just feels very 1990s to me, you know? It makes me sad. Anyways, let's move on to Puppy and Amber. You know them. You know what they look like. Where are my friends? Look at my friends. Don't you miss Puppy? This is like Puppy's first season. She's a little thicker for sure, but her eyelashes and her eyebrows are amazing. Like the Puppy that we see now, that's not that face. The eyelashes, the eyebrows, it's like she's looking real raggedy these days. And I feel for her. Truly and honestly. Truly and honesty. Oh yeah, Michael too. Yeah. He deserves to be. He's like a vampire. He sucks the life out of anybody. He deserves prison for the rest of his life. I'm not gonna be just for simply what he did. Also, no, you know what? He doesn't, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have gotten Megan, and we wouldn't got It's Your Class, ho. We wouldn't have gotten that, and then it wouldn't live rent free in my mind for years. Oh, it's not because you white. It's your class, ho. I feel like I just need a T-shirt that says "It's your class, ho." And I would spell it Heaux. It's your class, ho. Anyways, yes, Puppy is beautiful, but her eyebrows, they're not beautiful these days. They're not. Okay, so gotta let go of this hand. Ooh, this hand was this hand was hurting. Okay, so Puppy and Amber. So Puppy is sitting outside of her mother's home. Okay. I can't believe I didn't talk to you guys about this episode. This is the episode where they go to her mother's house, right? And because she has just found out that Eric has not only been cheating on her, but cheating on her for almost the entire time he's been with her, with his ex, because he doesn't want to, like, I guess, give up both of them. I mean, there's just when people want to sleep with other people and don't be monogamous, why don't there's yes, just let them do it. Or get out of the relationship. Two things. Anyways, so he's crazy, right? He went to the house to go to the bathroom, then he comes out, he's like, "We gotta go, kiddo. We gotta go." And she's just like, I guess we gotta go. So she gets into the car, and Puppy can drive stick shift, you guys, which is very admirable. I feel that is a skill set. Like people who speak other language, like people who like can speak Spanish or French besides English, and people who can drive stick shift. They're at the top of my like list of people who I find to be admirable, because I mean, every time I buy a new car, I'm always like, should I get it a stick shift? I should get a stick shift. It's going to be cheaper and I'm going to learn how to drive stick shift. But then I'd be like, then I got to drive stick shift. The truth is that like, there's nothing, I mean, it's like, once you get into like gear 3, you don't have to hold it anymore. I think you just like got to slowly ease your foot off the thing. But the fact that she can drive it is just like, I'm very happy for her. I'm very happy for her. Hats off to stick drivers out there. Hats off. Hats off. It's like, I have tried, and then you just like, you slowly take your foot off you just like opposite, you know what I'm saying? And then you stall out because you took your foot off the clutch too soon. It's like, it is very manual. You know, this is like very manual way to drive a car. It's just like, it's like you're literally, not only are you moving the wheels, it just feels like you have so much control. You know what I'm saying? I have an aunt who refuses to drive a manual because I mean, it's an automatic. She only drives sticks, and she's in her late 60s. She's like, yeah, no, stick shift, please, thank you. Right? It's crazy. Anyways, so she stops the car in the middle of the street and she opens her door as though she's about to get out, and he's ready for her to get out. So he hops out of the car and then she just takes off and leaves him in the middle of the street. Hilarious. And then she goes to her mother's house, and she is in the house, and I guess he just like rolls up to take his car back, and he cusses her out and tells her that, you know, he's gonna kick her out. So she gets her friend's truck, she goes to the house, she loads up all her shit, she gets to her mother's house, she tells Amber, hey, come over. Amber's like, cool. Amber just shows up. That's what a best friend does. You know what I'm saying? Ask no questions. I'm not at work, I'm there. So the girl gets to the house, Amber gets to the house, and is like, oh, what does it happen to this impromptu move? Puppy doesn't know what the word impromptu means. Now, listen, I'm not saying that everybody has to learn every word, but that word is used so much in my vocabulary that I just would never think that somebody wouldn't know what that means. So it's funny. And this episode was boring. Are you bored? I'm bored telling this story. This episode was boring, you guys. I am finding myself wanting to talk about other things. Like, I'm literally talking to you guys about Puppy and Amber, and I'm just like, who cares what happened? This episode was boring. If there was any week to skip, it should have been this week. I can't believe I completely forgot about last week's episode. So many more interesting things happened last episode. But like, this episode was like a filler episode. It was like the episode in between the action. They introduced Brittany and Marcelino, and we were supposed to be excited about it, but then we watched him just not be excited about his own life and marriage. That's what Chris said. So Chris said a lot of the storylines seem staged too. For me, I'm just, you know, I do find you admirable. For me, though, I'm like, I couldn't tell. I'm bad at telling when things are fake, honestly. I'm bad at telling it. So then the next one is Sarah, and like I don't know what's to tell you about Puppy and whatever. Puppy's gonna try to figure out she don't want to live with her mama. Watch him like, why you don't want to live with your mama? Because you're gonna act foolish and your mama's gonna tell you something. Who knows? Next thing is Sean and fucking Sarah. Okay, so Sarah ends up telling Sean that she is letting Abby talk to her daddy. And Sean gets very upset. But let me tell you, the first thing in this stupid ass scene is that she's putting water balloons in her tetas, in her chest, so that so that water balloons in her tetas so she could see how it's gonna feel. And I'm like, is that what titties feel like? Do they feel like water balloons? Because mine don't, and they've gotten bigger. They don't feel like water balloons at all. And so I'm just like, he comes in wanting to get a little nook because the kids are asleep, or maybe just the kid is asleep. I highly doubt Abby takes naps at 8, which if she does, good for her. But she's like, no, I was up here playing around and now you want to have sex. And I'm like, playing around for adults is having sex, not putting water balloons in your chest. We're adults. Playing around literally means touching each other's parts. What are you talking about? Oh, I wanted to play with the water balloons. I mean, maybe for women, it's also like putting on makeup because that's playing around too. And I feel like having makeup and then like sweating is just like not my thing. But like, oh my God, that was so stupid. So then she gets upset. She goes outside to smoke a cigarette. She smokes a cigarette and then tells him about Anthony. And he just starts hitting things and like, I knew it, Sarah. I knew you were cheating on me, Sarah. You're like, and we're just like, oh my God. And he gets so mad. It's because he truly thinks that she's sleeping around on him. Now, do you guys think that she's sleeping with that man? I don't think so. I do not think so. I do not think so at all. All right. Jonathan Majors. You guys know who Jonathan Major is? Jonathan Major is like the new Denzel Washington. He's been in a slew of movies that have come out within the last 3 years. We all love him. He's like pro women, pro all the things, you know what I'm saying? All the very liberal things that we need in this world. And he just got arrested for domestic violence. And that can mean so many things. And I hate to be this like, I'm about to say what I say, but whenever I feel like people do things like this, they're like the R. Kelly fans. I don't believe it. Like let it come out. I can't get into it yet because I'm just like, I don't want it. Sean is goofy looking. I don't know if goofy is the word, but yes, Sean is a very specific look. Anyways, that's about Jonathan Majors. Yes, he is the Lovecraft Country guy. He's also the Creed guy. He's also the Devotion guy. He's also in Ant-Man or something. He's in one of these movies, one of Marvel movies. The woman was taken to the hospital. But that doesn't mean he did it. Oh, no. No. Even if it isn't true, just that taint in these days and age, just that taint. It's unfortunate. We'll see. All right, I think that's it, right? Is there anybody you guys are like dying for me to talk about? This was a boring episode. I am bored telling you guys, and I'm sorry for my lack of energy. Seeking Brother Husband comes on tonight. I looked for it on TLC or on Discovery Plus, and Discovery Plus didn't even have like a trailer it could show me. I was very upset because I love Seeking Sister Wife. Oh, you want me to talk about Eris and Cam? Really? Okay, this fool is laying tracks in the fucking whatever place. And she's been trying to call him. So she sends her baby away to be with Patricia so that she can like spaz out over a glass of white wine. And she keeps calling him and he keeps ignoring it. And this is where I thought was fake too, because why do people feel like they need to continuously call somebody? Send a text message. And why doesn't he just put his phone on do not disturb and then send her a text message saying, "Hey, I'm in the studio. Give me a minute." Why is this all what is with this like roundabout nonsense? I could tell this one was fake. For sure, I could tell this one is fake. So, anyways, they get in a fight. He gets to the house. She wants to know who he was with. He says he was with the producer. She yells at him because she needs him to get a job. And he's like, "It's been 3 days. I can't get a job." The truth is, it's going to take him like a month. He has no discernible skills besides the gift of gab and looking goofy. And so, like, it's going to take him a minute to get a job. And she's just like, "I need you to be trying to get a job or at least be underneath me. I need to know where you're at if you don't have a job." And he's just like, "Better watch how you talk to me." And every time he says that, I'm like, and what? And what? You're going to hit me? Or you're going to leave? I mean, I wonder what she gets from Cam. Like, how does he make her feel? I need to know, because otherwise I don't understand the purpose of this relationship. I need to know what it is that he gives off. Do her toes crinkle up every single time? Does she hit that high octave? Because you could go. That's what I think. You could go. He brings the dumb drama. Just answer your phone if you're not doing anything wrong. What the hell? Who turns off their phone? Yeah. I'd pick him up and put him on the high shelf. He's so little. If you can't be around your husband without sending your daughter away, that's a problem for sure. Hey, oh, hello. Hello. Wouldn't you know I'm almost done? Oof. Hi, Talinha. Hello, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're well. What telemarketing job? Anyways, that's it for this episode. Are you guys watching Seeking Brother Husband? Oh, let's see if we have an update with this person who I was playing around with. I hope he blocks me. He didn't block me. He didn't block me. He responded. Fine. What brings you online? Because I'm new. I'm new to Minneapolis and just wanted to see what the dating scene was like. You? That's always a conversation starter when I tell people that I'm new to Minneapolis. They want to know all the details. They want to know all the details. He was a call center guy. Oh, I didn't know that. You're not okay, Wah. Don't be toxic. I'm not being toxic. I'm not being toxic. Toxic? That's dramatic. That is dramatic. I don't like acronyms. I don't like acronyms. What the heck? That's not dramatic. That's not toxic. That is not toxic. You rude. You rude. Toxic. Pfft. Leave me alone. Judging me. How dare you? Toxic. Oh, typo. I thought we were talking in acronyms. It means I'm well, thank you for asking. Talking in acronyms. Duh, dummy. You can tell I'm not really serious about this whole thing. Like the idea of getting onto a dating app now is just like really upsetting to me. Like I don't want, not that I don't want to date. I just don't want to do it in order to have it turn into something. Like, yeah, take me out on dates, let's have a good time together, but like I don't want anything from you. It's stressful. It is stressful and I want none of it. I don't want to be stressed. I just want to be easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like I don't know. I'm just done with it. I'm tired. I'm tired. Are you guys not tired? Who's out here dating? Are you not tired? I'm done. I'm tired. Am I the drama? I'm not the drama. Am I? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. So, anyways, there's that. So I'm going into it having a good time, having fun, just getting to know, like prepping for the summer. But yeah, I don't want anything serious. Like I'm on 2 different dating apps. One of them is alternative. I'm not going to tell you. And the other one is Hinge. And we'll see where it goes from there. I will continue to make matches on both of them and just see what happens. Like I just want to have fun times this summer and I want things to be easy breezy and chill. I don't want to be for the first time in my life I don't want to be in a relationship. This feels like a come to Jesus moment. It really feels like it really feels very, very freeing. I don't want anybody to mess up my modus operandi. Took 3 years off. Been back in the dating pool for 1 week and I'm tired. Stop asking me what my favorite color is. How old are we? Right. Favorite color. Why? Alternative. Well, I will not tell you more. Will not. So there's that. I'm on both, trying just to see like the approaches of both of them are very different. And one yields results and the other one, you never know what those results are going to yield. However, I mean, I don't even need anybody, but I just want to like dress up. You know, I want cute outfits. I want to eat good food this summer. And if doing it with someone in order to make friends is the way I have to do it, then I'll do it. I have to make friends. I have to make friends in Minneapolis. Connie and Shan are in the same city. They're in Van. It's Connie and Van and Shan and Van. I guess it would be Con and Van. Con and Van and Shan and Van. Oh, okay, you guys. That is it. I'm gonna, clean. That's what I was supposed to do. There's laundry there. Maybe not this week. This is a clean. I got to do some stuff around the Hume. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry this was a lackluster one, but it's always nice to see your faces. And we'll talk about seeking brother husband, and we'll also talk about toe in the next upcoming days. Okay. You guys have a fantastic week. And remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Okay? Bye. And as I sing my to-go song, it's jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Shake